Hello once again everyone, Original Blood Ace here, and this is an interesting video to talk about, isn't it? And I just noticed there's a random you need to install Flash, blah blah blah. Yeah, well, Wii U doesn't get Flash, so that's never gonna happen. Anyway, let's get back on topic here. Some people may have heard of this, some people may not have, but I'm gonna go over it anyway. First of all, the movie The Interview, I'm sure you've heard of that. Movie I have absolutely no interest in, was canceled to be released, so it will never be released on DVD, Blu-ray, whatever, Netflix, wherever. It will never be, like, movie theaters have canceled it and pulled it, because, well, actually, first of all, I should explain, if you don't know what the movie The Interview is about, basically it's a comedy where they try to assassinate the leader of North Korea, Kim Jong-un. Or Kim Jong-il? Un? I forget his name. You know who I'm talking about. And, first of all, that's a stupid idea to do a movie like that. That's literally poking a bear with a stick. You don't make a movie, I don't care if you want to claim artistic freedom or something, you don't make a movie targeting where you kill another country's leader, even if especially if he's, an evil person, an evil man. That's literally being stupid. But anyway, so Sony Pictures was the one behind this, and Sony was hacked. Again, big surprise, I know. Um, because let's face it, Sony security is a joke. I bet even a 7-year-old could hack a Sony these days. And they're probably still using, 7, 8, 9-year-old technology, or security, I should say, when, the PS3 was hacked, and then they said, oh, we'll fix it, we'll update our security, and then later on they were hacked a few years ago, or maybe that was last year or something. Was that Lizard Squad, or was it someone else? I forget. And then they were proving, like, no info was lost that time. Like, the hackers just hacked them just to prove and expose that Sony had indeed lied and not upgraded their security, and they still seem to not give a shit. Now, granted, Sony has a bajillion holes in it, and they're leaking money, and, they're almost dead and all that. And blatantly, I should just say, Sony should just be done. You know, just close the doors, board up the windows, go out of business, just call it quits. Sony, you're nothing anymore. There's no real point to keeping you around. Um, anyway, so supposedly, now I've heard two different stories here. Supposedly, people think that the hackers were North Koreans, which is possible, I guess. Um, and then they were threatening, North Korea that was threatening the States that if they don't cancel the movie and everything, that they will, I don't know, blow up something or do a terrorist attack or something like that. So Sony decided, okay, you win, blah blah blah. And the States is, usually they're all about we're never gonna agree with terrorists or, bow down to terrorists or whatever. Um, and then the other idea I heard was that some people say it might have been former Sony employees that did the hack. Because in the past few years, I've even reported on this before. I think it's over the past 3 years, like 15,000 Sony employees were fired. So it could have been a disgruntled employee or employees. Who knows? But really, terrorist attacks over a movie, and people are saying it could spark, World War III, having a new war. Do you realize how stupid humans are? If you're gonna start a war over a movie, just let that sink in. Just let that sink in. I mean, sure, World War II, it was started technically because Hitler was overcharged for a cheeseburger. That's a little bit of a joke. But my point is, it would be the same type of thing. I just, I can't understand humanity at some point. I'm too evolved, I guess, to be able to understand the horrendously low IQ it takes to maintain these idiotic ideas of war over a movie. But anyway, as I was saying, Sony's canceled everything about it, the release, blah 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 blah. And it reminds me, I saw on the comedy channel, a guy was talking about how he's just like, these terrorists in North Korea say that, like, they have North Koreans here that'll be the terrorists that'll blow up stuff or whatever. And then he joked about how he's like, that has to be a bluff because all the North Koreans in the United States are ones that managed to escape North Korea. Like the innocent people who are trying to run away from the terrorists. But still, have we really come to the point where society can be bent to the will of a person just because of a movie. You really are not letting Americans watch a movie, or anyone in the world watch a movie. Now, granted, I'm not on the side of the movie. I'm not defending it. Like I said, I don't think the movie should have been made to begin with. But terrorists using it as fuel, that's a bit stupid. It's just, well, it's not a bit, it is stupid. And people in this newest Sony hack on like the PlayStation being hacked and everything, tons of information was hacked and exposed to the world. Apparently, that's where we first heard about that Mario Bros. Movie that Nintendo and Sony were going to do or something. But apparently, people's like addresses, people's phone numbers, people's credit card information, and so forth and so on was compromised. Now, I gotta say, personally, I'm glad I don't ever give out that information to, especially Sony. Like on the PS4, I don't give them, any of that. I don't give them credit card info. I don't give them any shit like that because, frankly, I don't trust anyone really other than myself with it. And this is a bit of a sad thing to say, but people are usually excited over the fact that technology advances. But in reality, the more that technology advances, the easier it is for shit like this to happen, for things to be hacked. If you rewound the clock, 40 years ago, maybe even 30 years ago, people weren't hacking shit. The only things that got hacked was like people trying to hack NASA. Or top secret government, military groups or something like that. But now you got people hacking companies like Sony, and it's because as long as technology's around and people rely so heavily on it, people are going to be able to figure out how to hack. That's unavoidable. It's like the common cold. It's never going to go away. You could punish hackers, you could catch them and arrest them and throw them in jail, but there's always going to be another hacker. The only way you can really truly ever get rid of hackers is to not rely on technology for whatever your business is. Go back to doing things the old way. Everything on paper, having your files in a big filing cabinet. Not storing online, especially with the cloud. Well, if you store your stuff on the cloud, you're just basically saying, here's my stuff, use it however you want. Because everyone knows the cloud's definitely hackable. Especially after that celebrity thing. So yeah, I don't really think I need to go on and on and on about this, but just a quick wrap up. I think it's stupid to threaten war over a movie, but at the same time, I don't think the movie should have happened. And Sony, I mean, if you want to stay alive as a company, then I really think you really only have one move that you can make. And that's strictly to do nothing but be a PlayStation company. Get rid of every single thing you do as a company and only do PlayStation. Don't do a damn other thing. Get rid of Sony Pictures. Get rid of, your phones. Get rid of your TVs. Everything except for the PlayStation division. And just stick with that. Do you ever see a terrorist attack, or a terrorist group hacking Nintendo? No. Because it'd be pointless. I mean, Nintendo, I guess they'd have to make like a video game where, go kill Kim Jong-un, but why would Nintendo do that? So, whatever. I'm done talking in this video. I'm Original Blood Ace, as always, you know the deal. Stick around, more videos coming soon. And I am working on a special little video here. And surprisingly, I don't think I've ever put this much effort into a video, but it's not what you think. People are like, oh, you're getting close to 1,000, which I am. I'm 12 subscribers away. It's not my face reveal video. But I'll upload it when it's done, whenever that may be. I'm hoping to get it done by Christmas, and I think I should be able to. But anyway, see you next time for more videos, of course. See you next time. Always, blah, 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 blah. I'm rambling on. Peace out.